Sit back. Relax. Enjoy listening. The studio is almost empty now. Only a few lights remain on. RK is still sitting near the table. The lyric pad rests open in front of him. Jill finishes putting away the last cable before finally walking over. Instead of leaving, he drops into the chair across from RK. For a moment neither speaks. Then Jill breaks the silence. You know, brother, Jill says lightly, today was probably the first time I've seen you lose an argument against a piece of paper. RK lets out a small breath through his nose. It wasn't an argument, RK answers. Jill raises an eyebrow. You left the building because of it. RK shakes his head slightly. I left because I wasn't getting anywhere. Exactly, Jill says. RK looks up. Jill points toward the lyric pad. That's the part that feels strange. RK says nothing. Jill continues calmly. You get stuck sometimes. Everyone does. RK nods once. Yeah. But not like this, Jill says. RK leans back slightly. What does that even mean? Jill thinks for a second before answering. It means when something doesn't work, you usually break it apart. RK stays quiet. Because that's true. You look at it from 10 different directions until you find what's wrong, Jill says. RK leans back slightly. And he asks. And today, Jill says quietly, you looked frustrated before you even started. RK's fingers pause against the pen. Small. But noticeable. Jill notices. See, Jill says quietly. That's what I'm talking about. RK exhales. Tired maybe. Maybe, Jill agrees. But that's not what I think it is. A few seconds pass. Then RK finally asks, what do you think it is? Jill shrugs. I think you've been fighting something all day. RK immediately answers, I'm not fighting anything. Jill laughs softly. RK, you disappeared for almost an hour. RK looks away. Jill continues. You came back. You answered half the questions people asked. You forgot entire conversations. You stared at your phone every 5 minutes. RK stays silent, because he can't really argue with any of it. Jill notices that too. So instead of pushing, he changes direction. You know what confused me the most? Jill asks. RK finally looks up. What? Jill nods toward the lyric pad. The song. RK's jaw tightens slightly. Jill notices immediately. Not because RK looks angry. Because that reaction came too fast. You keep saying it's the lyrics, Jill says. RK stays quiet. But every time somebody brings up the song, you sound like you're trying to convince yourself. RK's jaw tightens slightly. Jill notices. And every time the conversation goes somewhere else. Jill pauses. Your mind goes somewhere else too. Now RK is listening. Not because he wants to. RK looks at him properly this time. What exactly are you trying to say? Jill doesn't answer immediately. Because the conversation is getting uncomfortably.